Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, hockey fans all around, to the Saturday, February 17th showing here of the NIHL quarterfinals, the Bantam Silver quarterfinals. That is 12U here at Fifth Third Arena on the Hyundai rink. Myself, Mike Napolitano, with my partner Aaron Schellen, bringing you a great matchup right off the bat. We have the Falcons from Highland Park versus the Naperville Sabres, the 1 seed versus the 8 seed here at 11 a.m.
And Mike, we got a septuple header here today from the Fifth Third Arena. 7 back-to-back hockey games. We'll start with the first 4 games will be in the Peewee 12U. The final 3 will be the Bantam 14U. But this is the definition of a full day of hockey for Mike and I am thrilled to be here.
And happy that you all can be here with us. Stick around for all the games. We're going to have an action-packed day filled with some really nice hockey on the agenda today. And this one, as I mentioned, is going to be a fun matchup. We have the Sabres and Falcons, who have met each other twice in the regular season. And let's see how they fared. The Falcons taking the first matchup 2-1. And then the Sabres found that second goal in the second matchup, but the Falcons potted 5. So the Falcons taking both head-to-head games. When you look at the standings, the Falcons are in that 1 spot, as I mentioned, 15 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. That gets them 31 points and that 1 seed. The Sabres have the 8th seed, also 18 games played, but they are 3-11-4 with 10 points to show on the season.
But Mike, the thing to remember, one and done, right? It's one game, anything can happen. If you take a look at the bracket for this Peewee Silver quarterfinals, there are 8 teams left. you've got the 1, 2, and 3 of all advanced, but then you have the 8 seed Sabres. So those are the 4 higher seeds that advanced in the first round. But from there, you've got the 10 seed Hawks, the 11 seed Jaguars, the 12 seed Rockford, and the 13 seed Cyclones, all advanced, all beat higher seeded teams. So anything's possible here in the postseason.
Yes, as you mentioned, anything is possible, especially on a stage like this, Fifth Third Arena, the practice home of your Chicago Blackhawks. Well, maybe not your Chicago Blackhawks, Aaron, but
not mine.
Our
yours.
Chicago
yes,
Blackhawks.
Our Chicago Blackhawks.
And I'm sure both teams are very excited to be out here on this ice, and they're going to put forth their best hockey today for us. But the Northern Illinois Hockey League, NIHL, is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, Michigan, and Wisconsin. This is the 54th season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the squirt, peewee, bantam, and midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL partners with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's NIHL Blackhawks tournament at the conclusion of the season. That's where we are today. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Bob Apter, NIHL president, or visit the website at nihil.info. And we're talking about that Chicago Blackhawks tournament. We have to look at this bracket here. The winner of this game will go on to play February 18th, that's tomorrow, at 11 a.m. on the Mission rink. So we are on the Hyundai rink, as I mentioned. Mission is on the other side. It's to our backs right now here at Fifth Third Arena. So if you are looking at the winners of this game ahead of us, that game will be over there, and they will take on either the 13 seed Cyclones or the 12 seed Rockford team, and they are set to begin their game today at 12:10. So you'll get the decisive winner of that game, hopefully.
That's our next game.
Tonight.
That's our next game, and then the championship games are going to be down in Inwood at Joliet.
Yep, and that is to be determined still.
To be determined. So starting goalies, looks like Gavin Lamish, number 38, will get the start for the Sabres down to our left, and to our right, it'll be Thomas Feeney, number 88, in white. And Mike, take it away.
Puck has been dropped, and we are underway here as the Sabres control and take this into the offensive zone. A nice keep there by Bain, and it is thrown down into the corner. Sorry, that was Bain's line mate. Bain took the draw there and started this play. But the Sabres working down low in the corner with this puck. Fishing it out and throwing it to the slot, but a good stick there denies that chance. And here come the Falcons the other way. Gilbert, a little bit of a stick in the midsection, lifting his stick. Not a penalty. We play on. Puck goes into the corner on the Sabres end on the far side from us here. A shot from the point doesn't quite get through into the slot. And thrown back deep into the Sabres end. There is a man there for the Falcons as they try to cycle this point back up to the point. Another shot going off some shin pads. And back down into the corner for the Sabres to regroup. And Martin takes this puck, trying to go through a defender's legs, but no luck as the Falcons are able to regroup here. Pass over to Dombrowski. A shot, another shin pad shot. Sabres blocking a lot of shots here early, looking for a tip in front, and that goes wide.
Yeah, they've done a nice job getting in the way of the shooting lanes here. First couple of shots from the Falcons have hit blue and yellow shin pads on their way in.
The Falcons defense here very active as they toss this puck back in and they try to go to work. Capel now trying to muscle his way with the puck. Does win that board, but and a blocker save. I don't know if anybody knew that shot was coming, and goaltender was able to react in time. Here come the Sabres now. Swanson dumping this puck down, but it is offsides. We will get a whistle stopping play.
Yeah, and not a surprise, not a very open game here in the first couple of minutes, with this sort of one-and-done type situation. Both teams not taking any chances here in the early going. You'll probably see kind of close to the vest style defensive hockey in period one, and or at least at the beginning here of period one, and you'll start to see things open up as these kids get a little bit more comfortable out there and they're able to work through those early minute nerves.
Capel now, a shot, and that one sneaks through the wickets, and we have our first goal here today from the Falcons.
Yep, looked like a pretty harmless play there by Marlo Capel, just down the far side, pushed the backhand towards Gavin Lamish, and that squirted through the pads, and Falcons jump out in front.
I believe that one was unassisted. There was a fight at the neutral zone for that puck, and it went down low, and I'm pretty sure Capel just found his own lane driving to the net there. Puck is dropped, and we resume play. That's Bullock now, passing over to Capel. Really nice pass. You even heard fans say the same thing on the side. Capel getting another opportunity here, but he's stuck in the corner. That goes off a defenseman and hits the goaltender, but stays out.
Nice play by Capel. Below the red line, just throw the puck off the goalie and see if you can get a good bounce. And it was a fortuitous save, that right pad from Gavin Lamish holding that post.
You know what they say, throw it at the net and good things can happen.
That's right.
Sabres trying to go the other way here, but are stopped in the neutral zone. They'll have to regroup on defense, but a good stick wins that board battle. The Falcons get a chance, but it hits the side of the net. The defense very active. Another shot and a tip, and almost goes high into the corner of that net.
Blocker save by Lamish. That hand-eye coordination, those video games are paying off.
Absolutely. A centering pass, and that one goes off the pad and just stays wide. Here come the Sabres the other way now, trying to look at a breakout, trying to go around a defenseman. There's some speed. A shot goes high, and another blocker save. Man, these waffle boards have been active today.
That was a hard shot there by, that was Nicholas Pimentel who fired that shot from the near side. Got a lot on that one. That was ticketed top shelf.
Puck sent deep into the Sabres zone once again. The defense will tie up some sticks and go to work there in the corner as they look to break out once again. But thrown into the middle. Here's an opportunity from the slot that's thwarted by a good stick check.
Dangerous clear attempt by the Sabres. Go up the boards, not up the middle.
Here's Bain, good puck protection and keeping the puck on his backhand. Throws it to the middle, and we will get a whistle as the puck is covered.
That puck was just sitting in the blue paint, and Thomas Feeney was able to get that mid on it, but there was a Sabre bearing down. All it would have taken was a little tip, and we got a tie game.
Face off now to the right of the goaltender, won by the Sabres, but it's in a couple skates and is cleared out at least to center now by the Falcons. Sabres looking to go back in across the blue line, but it's turned over, and that is Ethan Sepetus thrown into the corner. Bain now can only move it to the point. That active defense from the Falcons keeping that in, but a bad pass, and that's moved back the other way. Iskra sends this over to Swanson. Nice pull-up button move in the corner, but it is taken back off the wall by the Falcons, and both teams will regroup here. Bain now trying just to center a pass to the top of the slot, just doesn't go. A couple of sticks collide.
He had some space down that near side. Mike would have liked to have seen him just continue on.
Here's Iskra. A move to his backhand around a defenseman, but couldn't find a lane to the net. That defenseman was able to still get his body in front.
A good defense by the Falcons without using the physicality that's not allowed at this level, right? Sometimes it can be hard to defend try to knock a player off the puck without being physical with them, but that was a nice job by the Falcons there.
A lot of this is all about your positioning. A shot goes high and wide. Goaltender still had to react for that one, though. Puck is thrown to the blue line, and the Falcons are able to pull this out of their zone. A little bit of a collision here along the boards with Gilbert. A couple of skates kicking at each other.
And a little bit of down there,
a little bit of a retaliation there, and no call from the referees.
Refs letting the kids play here in the early going. I don't necessarily mind that.
I don't either, but I don't condone kicking either.
No,
so.
not with a blade on your foot.
Yeah. Falcons regroup and bring this puck up the boards. There's Dombrowski Stick check, but a nice backhand pass into the slot, and an opportunity just gets deflected wide by the goaltender there. And here come the Sabres the other way. A nice drop pass through the legs. A shot goes high, but a nice glove save.
Yeah, Feeney flashing that leather, and I got to be honest with you here, Mike. The Sabres are impressing me. 3 wins here in the regular season, but they're coming out and they're hanging with these Falcons here in the early going. Falcons got on the board here, but the Sabres have had the better of the opportunities. They've had a couple of point-blank opportunities here in the early going. So Falcons taking the lead early, Sabres hanging around.
You know, you mentioned that there's not a lot of physicality allowed at this level, but with the bigger bodies, you would think the Sabres would be using that to their advantage, but it's actually their skill that I've been most impressed with today. Yeah,
they've got some bigger kids out there who are smooth on their skates and have the ability to make those. You saw a drop pass, which you don't see a lot of at this level. That was pretty smart.
Dumped down from the Sabres now. They have one in there to retrieve it, but the Falcons have the numbers and are back out. A nice pass to Capel, and he's able to corral this. Has it on his forehand, but just shoots that one wide. It's still in the zone now for the Falcons as they go to work down low.
Capel's dangerous. He's already had a couple. Has the goal here, but has a couple of opportunities beyond that goal already.
A couple of bodies on him now, and he's taken off the puck in the corner. But a nice keep into the zone from Bullock just throws it into an empty corner. And the Sabres will have to work on throwing this puck out of the zone once again. Bullock, a nice pinch along the boards there. He's still down low. Throws this towards the front of the net. And a stick. Oh, I almost thought that went over the goaltender's shoulder and in, but it goes around behind the net. Another keep from the Falcons' defense. Gets to the slot. A couple of bounces. And that's not a kick-in. That just went off the shin pads, and that will count as a good goal.
Yeah, referee right away pointing good goal. I thought that may have been a kick, but you're right. I think that may have just gone off the leg or off the shin pad. And the Falcons, if you're the Sabres, no such thing as moral victories, right? You've played well here in the early going. You had some really good scoring opportunities, but you look up with 4 minutes left in the first, and you're down 2.
Lamish, I think, just had that puck bounce off of him and back into the slot there, and there was a pair of skates and some shin pads to deflect that one back on net.
And both goals have basically been, I don't call them jam jobs, but they've just snuck through the pads. They haven't been clean goals, but sometimes that's how you got to get it done, right? Those grubby goals, those dirty goals, they count just the same as the as the roof jobs.
Absolutely. Nice stop by Hansen. In below zone net. Still working with this puck, trying to find a winger. He does. Can they get out of their own zone is the question now. A couple of sticks collide at center, but the Falcons are still over the line. That's Prahl in the corner, trying to look at a centering pass, but it just sneaks off of his stick blade. Thrown into an open area for the Sabres, but a little too far and out of reach for Bain. Here come the Falcons again. A shot thrown, it goes through the blue paint, but no danger for the Sabres. Sent back up to the point where the Falcons defense takes another shot, once again stopped by a pair of skates. And this one is taken up by the Sabres, still looking to work that wing. Nice pull-up job and centers the pass, but there's nobody there. A good keep, though, by Bain. Throws that one at the net, and the goalie had to react to make the save there.
Yeah, that started. Titus Yurchakonis did a nice job of staying on side. He was waiting for that pass from Pimentel. He dragged that back foot, created an opportunity for his team.
Look out, the Falcons thought that they may have a breakaway there with the speed, but a good job by the defense to cut off that route and get this at least to the blue line. Falcons are back in. That's Egan. Going down low, running into the stripes there. Referee is part of the game, and you got to play around the officials. A shot.
It's going to have a penalty on the Sabres, I believe, for a slash. Although they blew the whistle when the Falcons had the puck, so I'm interested to see who's actually. It looks like the Falcons are going to go here. And we have a unique point of view here at fifth third as the penalty boxes are right in front of us.
This one's going to be on. Is this Egan, I believe?
It's Egan. He's going to go for a slash, so it'll be a penalty here for the Sabres.
I was watching that puck go to the middle for the shot on goal. I'm not sure what happened.
It was behind the
play.
play. It was after the puck was passed off. Two players got caught up a little bit, and I think Egan got caught with the retaliatory swing of the stick.
A lot of open ice here now with the man advantage for the Sabres, but the Falcons have the puck at center and are looking to move across the blue line. Couple of nice stick handle moves from Dombrowski. Tried to throw it back to the late man at the point, but did not get an opportunity to. They'll dump that back in, but the Sabres defense is right there to try to start their rush. Little offsides as the pass was tipped by Bullock.
Yeah, Bullock did a nice job getting his stick on that, or Martin would have been in.
So we will have a face-off here. You know, Aaron, we've seen a lot of power plays almost trip teams up. So we could be looking at this Falcons team eager to score their third goal. But this is a huge opportunity if the Sabres can score here to get back into this game. As you said, both goals have been a little bit fluky. So they've played a nice game, and if they can get themselves on the board on this man advantage, that really turns the tides in this one.
And that lead down to 2-1 feels a whole lot better than going into the proverbial locker room down 2.
Out to center. A couple of blue sweaters there to stop the Falcons' shorthanded rush. And the Sabres throw this puck back down into the corner, almost at a stick at a blue line. But the Falcons able to keep this puck in their corner and regroup here as they kill more time on this power play.
The Sabres having a difficult time getting set up. And this is kind of what you were talking about, right? Like, they actually looked better from an offensive set perspective playing 5-on-5.
Thrown wide of the net. It won't count as a shot on goal as we have 40 seconds to go in this first period, 28 seconds on the power play. But this is thrown all the way back down. Goalie has his hand up for icing, and we will get that with 33.7 to go.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, I mean, it was a pretty evenly played first period. Falcons have a couple of goals here, 33 seconds left, but Sabres had a handful of pretty solid shifts, but better goaltending for the Falcons than what we've seen for the Sabres so far here through period 1. But if the Sabres play like this for the final 26 minutes, they got a shot.
Sabres have to regroup in their own zone after winning the faceoff, but only able to get out to center as the clock winds down on the power play. We're at 5 seconds there, 15 on the game clock. Hansen now has it for the Falcons. As his man was getting out of the box, decides to just dump that down. Iskra now across the blue line for the Sabres. Throws it towards the net, but it hits a stick and goes wide as time expires. The Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawks fans, be sure to catch these upcoming games. Monday, February 19th, the Blackhawks are in Carolina to take on the Hurricanes at 6 p.m. Central Time. If you want a little bit more Hurricanes news, Full Press Hurricanes, I'll give myself a little...
You're giving yourself a
little
bump
plug
here. That's
within
all right.
the plug. You can catch that game on NBC Sports Chicago or Bally Sports South, depending on which region you're in. Wednesday, February 21st, the Blackhawks are back at home to take on the Philadelphia Flyers at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. That game is on TNT or Max. You could stream it there. Friday, February 23rd, Winnipeg comes to town. The Jets will be at the United Center at 7:30 p.m., and that game is on NBC Sports Chicago. So don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action.
Jets have been struggling as of late. They played really, really well pre-All-Star game, but something happened coming out of the break, man. They've been struggling.
I have been most surprised with the teams leading this NHL this year, because who thought that the Jets or the Vancouver Canucks were going to be on top of the league this year?
I mean, the Canucks, though, I mean, they've got that star power, right? And, you get Quinn Hughes. I mean, that team, they've got that high-end talent at the top of their roster. So
the last time I saw that roster play this style of game, I think, was the bubble, when the last time they were in the playoffs. But it's always been there, and on paper they've always looked good, and it seems as though they are just figuring it out. But it's the Sabres now that need to figure this out for a period 2 as we are underway here
Great segue.
at the Hyundai rink. Oh, a stick comes up and way out of the hands as the Falcons go to work in the corner. A couple of Sabres players crashing into the boards there as the Falcons try to win this puck down low, but it's the Sabres going off the glass and out.
We'll see if the Sabres can
down.
figure things out here a little bit more offensively. Now that they're back to 5-on-5, they really didn't get anything going on that power play at all. But when they were playing 5-on-5, they played the Falcons pretty even.
A keep at the point from the Sabres and a backhanded shovel shot that actually goes on net and has to be steered wide. But the Falcons now have this along the board and are looking to break out of the zone. Thrown back into their end, and we get a whistle for offsides.
Yeah, Nikolai Iskra hadn't cleared the zone yet.
We will line up at the dot in front of the benches here. Actually, it looks like we're getting a center ice face-off. We've had a couple of these, and I thought it was because of where the puck actually came from, the initial pass to make things offsides. But I believe at this level, it is referee discretion.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of offsides at center ice rather than at those dots right outside the blue lines.
Falcons now coming across the blue line. Could have been offsides there. Steered away by the pads from the Sabres as they work it up the wall and across their own blue line. Moving across the far blue line now as they go wide. On the backhand, thrown to the front of the net. Hits the side of the cage.
Well, there's that size you were talking about in the first period. That's Nicholas Pimentel is one of the bigger bodies out there, and he didn't really have to move much. Just kind of whacked his stick down at the puck, was able to get it on net.
We've seen him earlier in this NIHL season make a couple of really nice plays using that strength and that size. Would like to see that a little bit more in this game like we just did there. Sent down low. Sabres tried to clear that, but almost a good keep by the Falcons, but here comes the Sabres. It's Pimentel again, and a shot. And that one's soaked up by the glove for the Falcons goaltender.
Well, you saw it there. You saw the size. You saw a little bit of speed from Pimentel. He was able to get a little bit of separation from the Falcons defender and got a nice shot off there on Feeney. Caught Feeney up high, and he was able to hang on to it.
I think Feeney had a lot of time to see that one. Would like to see Pimentel take a little bit more time, but there was a defender on him, so I understand the eagerness to try to get that shot off before your stick checked. Bullock now, though, down below, and that puck pops out in front and could have been dangerous for Feeney and the Falcons.
Yeah, I think Bullock tried to push that towards the far face-off dot, but it hit something and just bounced straight out into the crease.
That one will wake you up in the morning.
Yes, it will.
No coffee needed. Sticked away by Feeney, and we may have
both arms stayed down. Yeah.
Thought there would have been a call as a Falcons player went down. It looked like a hook as he was going around the net. A shot from the point from the Sabres goes down into the far corner. Keene is there, but covered by white sweaters as they come out of their own end, and the Falcons may have a rush here. That is Grace Guzik. Still working with it in the corner. She peels out with it, has a couple options in front, decides to go down low, looking for a teammate, throws it back to the point. Bullock is there. Nice little cycle along the boards. Thrown into the slot, and a shot and a goal. Wow, what a passing play there.
Yeah, Michael Gilbert all alone in between the dots, and really nothing Lamish could do about that one as Gilbert there wasn't a blue jersey within about 5 or 10 feet of him, and he didn't miss, put that about halfway up the net blocker side on Gavin Lamish, and we talked about how important that third goal was for both teams. Well, the Falcons get it, and now they have a commanding 3-0 lead.
And that play all started from Grace Guzik having the awareness to win the board battle and stay calm with the puck, not just throw it around. She finds a teammate at the point. They kind of do a nice little cycle along the half wall and throw it back into the slot. And a tic-tac-toe play, and that third goal that you were talking about is crucial for the Falcons team right now.
Patience is a trait that is not seen a lot at some of these lower levels. I mean, you talk about getting the puck on your stick and just firing it away and trying to just get the puck off your stick to a teammate. Nice job by the Falcons to take their time, and using that patience led to a goal.
I thought you were going to say patience is a virtue.
Well, it
We're
is.
Using all the cliches
It
today.
is. It's too early to use all of the cliches.
A slap shot from the Falcons, and that is gloved wide, but they are still in the zone attacking here, putting the pressure on this Sabres team as this puck is rung around the boards again. Oh, a collision into the boards with his own skates is Hansen, and the Sabres are able to come out now with it. Weaving into the middle, a good opportunity, but another glove save, and a little bit of a late windmill there from Feeney, but I respect it. I like it.
Yeah, you respect the windmill. Yeah, nice play there from Andrew Martin. Again, maybe a little bit too far out. He looked like he was starting to create some space between him and the Falcons defender, but took the shot from the top of that far circle, and pretty easy glove save from Thomas Feeney. For the Sabres, maybe try to take another stride or two. Try to get in between the dots and give yourself a bit better shooting angle.
Iskra wins the draw, but it's the Falcons that get to that puck first. It's Capel using his speed to go wide, has it on his backhand. Now his forehand, and he spins, and a backhanded shot from the backdoor side of the net just goes wide back to where Capel was. Thrown up off the glass, and trying to get out with this puck are the Sabres. It goes back to their defense in the top of the slot. Wright has to wait. Oh, that could have been offside
it
right
probably
there.
Should have been, yeah.
I think we may have had a better view than the officials
swallowed the
there.
whistle a little bit there by the official. That's all right. Let him play.
Bullock now blows a tire in the corner, but a lot of white sweaters there to help him out, and the Falcons are back out with this puck. A nice move there from Strassman to get that puck out. Wonderful display of hands. He has it now again into the corner. Thrown into the slow slot, but only blue sweaters there as they negate that attack. And the puck is sent all the way back down. Not far enough for icing there, so Bullock will have to play this. Thrown up the half wall, but just barely out of the zone at the benches. Almost out of reach of his teammate originally. A centering pass. Oh, and just fan on the shot was Wright.
That was a pretty 2-on-1. Justin Wright had a wide open net if he had been able to pull the trigger, but just rolled off the end of his stick.
Puck is thrown all the way back on the other side. The Falcons were changing, and there was a little bit of commotion at the door.
Yeah, Mike, we were just talking about patience, right? And it would have been nice to see the Sabres show a little bit of patience there as there was some commotion and some confusion at that Falcons bench. Sabres could have taken advantage of that.
A tough defensive change, whether it was timing or just the collision itself, and you could be looking at an odd man rush going the other way. Stick almost into the legs there of the Sabres, but no call there either. They're letting them play today like you had mentioned. A nice pull-up move by Hansen. Thrown to the half wall, but kept in by the Sabres. They go to work now, trying to find that centering pass. They decide for a shot, and Feeney's able to see that one and glove that all the way.
That was Martin again with that wrist shot, and Thomas Feeney's done a nice job with that glove today.
Yes, been very active. We didn't get a windmill on that one.
No.
But both goaltenders have had to make some saves that looked like they were going high up into the top corners, so really nice display of shooting from both sides. It's just whether or not the Sabres can find the back of the net here. Rhodes almost kept that in, but it looks like he will have to get some help from his defense. Swanson fighting for it, and there will be an offsides call here as the sticks were whacking at the blue line.
Yeah, Joe Altunian in with teammates already inside the offensive zone. Some shots are even. I mean, we talked about how from a gameplay perspective, this game feels like it's been pretty even, and the shots bear that out. Shots are even at 9 apiece, but where it matters, the Falcons have gotten 3 past Gavin Lamish.
If there was no scoreboard on both ends of this rink, I'd be questioning who's winning this game.
Yes.
Puck is into the corner, and the Falcons have a couple of sweaters there and are able to pull that out. It finds the center of the ice, and a pass just out of the reach there for Cepedis. And it is thrown back into the Sabres end. A couple of white sweaters keep that puck in, but couldn't manage to find a centering pass, so the Sabres are coming out with this now just past the blue line. Bullock knew it, so he'd have to pull up back into the zone now.
Good patience by Bullock right at that point, and then he stick-handled through 4 blue sweaters to play it into the offensive zone.
Really good puck protection to keep this puck down low, and now we have 6 players fighting for it in the corner there.
Now we're going to have a tripping penalty called here on I think it's the Falcons.
It is.
Okay.
I just don't know which number that was.
Well,
if that was Bullock.
They blew the whistle when the Sabres touched the puck, so I was a little. So it is going to be the Sabres. Okay, it's the second time we got it wrong. So that's going to be Noah Rhodes going to the box here. I think they called him for a cross check. Yep, cross-checking.
Well, we said it, Aaron. We said the boxes are right in front of us today, so we're going to be able to see who's going in. But I think we
who and what
need to see the play itself a little bit more.
Well, I saw a Sabres player went down, and that's when the arm went up.
Right.
So the cross-check must have happened either after the trip or before it.
Puck kept in. Down low are the Falcons trying to throw this puck in front. They do, but it's kept out of the crease by the Sabres. Weighing now a shot, hits a stick and doesn't make it to the net. It's along the half wall. Gilbert now just throwing this puck around, trying for his defenseman, but it won't go far enough. And Bain for the Sabres almost picked that up, but he was swarmed by two white sweaters, and a shot is saved by the Sabres goaltender, Lamish. I
like what we saw from Declan Egan there. He came hard out of the corner, and he had a teammate on his right, and he forced the Sabres defender to make a decision which player he was going to cover. And as soon as that Sabres defender went to the other Falcons skater, Egan went hard on the backhand right towards the net. Good decision. I liked that.
Face-off, kind of a draw there as it sneaks all the way to the other end of the ice on the left side of the goaltender, Lamish. The Falcons still have this puck down low, trying to weave towards the middle, and a centering pass is sticked away there.
Yeah, that was basically the same play, but this time Quinn Zamarripa made the decision to play Egan instead of the defender and knock the puck away.
Falcons moving this puck across the blue line and back in. They're trying to get set up on the rest of this power play. 50 seconds to go here, and that one is a shot from the corner that finds the back of the net.
That's the third time in this game that the Falcons have just punched one through the pads of Gavin Lamish, and it's 4-0. Again, fairly innocent. I mean, there was a lot on that slap shot, obviously, from the corner, but a pretty innocuous shot from over there, right? You know, bad angle slap shot from down low, and it was on target, and again, broke through the pads of Gavin Lamish. That's the third time that's happened in this game. 3 of the 4 goals have been basically that exact scenario, and it's 4-0 now.
We were saying originally that some of them were fluky goals. I don't know if we can say that with a 4-0 lead, but yes, as you mentioned, some shots from some really confusing angles for both sides. You know, you wouldn't think that the Falcons would be shooting from where they are, and obviously the Sabres aren't expecting it, and it's finding the back of the net. Here comes another rush from the Sabres, right just out of the reach for that backdoor pass, thrown back towards the front of the net, and I believe that goes off the goaltender Lamish, but it is taken back out by the Sabres, and a blue line pass, and they have a partial breakaway, but a good back check from Hansen. Fans wanted a call.
Yeah, down hard. Is that Swanson, number 90? No, that's Chardulo, I think, number 58, who went down hard behind the net. Fans wanted a call. It was a good back check. It was questionable there at the end when Chardulo got taken down, but, I mean, we said it earlier. The officials are letting these kids play here in Game 1.
And based on the calls we've seen today, I don't know if that would have warranted anything.
Yep. And Chardulo out there covered in snow, shaking his head. But, yeah, I mean, that was a good outlet pass by the Sabres and an even better back check by the Falcons.
Casual glove save by Lamish, and we will have another face-off to his right on the far dot from our vantage point. Almost looks as though somebody is taking a timeout here, or just a long change. I think the coaches are asking for a ruling on that last play.
Yeah, the Sabres look like they're changing up their D pairing.
Power play is over now. 2:21 to go here in the second period. Twos are almost wild as the referee gets ready to drop this puck. Falcons win the draw, but it's a stick from the Sabres that just gets this puck across the blue line, and the Falcons will have to regroup. They dump this back down, and then it's the Sabres dumping it back the other way, far enough for icing. Well, we've seen a lot of action on both ends of the ice here today. I think the goalies have impressed me despite the 4-0 scoreline on both ends, with the high chances that they have thwarted.
Yeah, there's been some good play out there for both teams. For Highland Park, we saw it in the early going with Marlo Kappel scoring that goal, getting a couple of opportunities. At the point, Benjamin Bullock, the one who just shot that puck down low, has looked really good for the Falcons as well. On the other side, for the Sabres, I think we both have talked about Nicholas Pimentel, who's looked pretty impressive here for the blue and gold.
Also Keene, as that puck is worked down low. Keene still trying to fight for it, but a couple of white sweaters take that puck back and up across their own blue line. A pass across, and the Falcons now are attacking once more. And another casual glove save from out wide, and a hug.
He gets a hug
from his
Pimentel.
defenseman, thanking him for making yet another save here, trying to keep his team in this one.
You got to thank your goalie, right? Sometimes your goalie has to lift you up. Sometimes you have to lift your goalie up. So
that was a quick hug, though. Give him a chance to squeeze the mitt there first. Sabres win the draw. Try to throw this out, but it's kept in by that Falcons defense, being really active once more. Puck is down low, and the Falcons are able to... Oh, no, it's the Sabres that come out with this one. Captain Iskra makes a pass over to Swanson. Swanson, a back pass across the boards, but it is taken back by the Falcons. Drop pass, I mean. The Falcons now threatening wide, and a centering pass for that backdoor opportunity, and a couple of those for the Falcons have just gone wide today, or stick length away.
And that was another one. Saputis just not able to get that stick on that. You're right. They've had a couple of those that they haven't been able to convert here this morning.
Shot from the point just goes wide. That's Mandarich firing that puck. The Falcons will get another opportunity here as they walk the blue line. Down low. The Sabres come up with it. They had more blue sweaters in the corner. And Martin now looking to make something happen for this Sabres team. Going wide with it, around behind the net, and a wraparound attempt just doesn't go. And a stick, oh my goodness, just a couple of chances there in front of the net, and still nothing to show for this Sabres team, but that was probably their best chance all game there.
Yeah, Iskra had a wide open net on that wraparound from Martin, found the stick of their captain, number 73, Nikolai Iskra, and Iskra just not able to pull the trigger. Mike, that would have been a huge goal down the stretch here for the Sabres, but we're going to go to the third in a 4-goal game.
As you said, in the locker rooms, basically, but they're just going to the benches. As we go to our next reminder that the Chicago Blackhawks want to let you know that the Blackhawks are excited to host their 2024 summer camps at 4 locations throughout Chicagoland for kids ages 6 to 13. Additionally, they are proud to present their all-girls camp, Big Strides, designed for girls ages 12 to 18. Included in the 5-day camp, players will participate in 2 on-ice practices and 2 hours of off-ice activities each day. Full equipment and basic comprehension of skating is required. For more information and to register, please visit NHL.com Blackhawks Amateur Hockey Camps. The regular season is complete, and this is the NIHL Blackhawks tournament time. Keep your eye on the NIHL.info website and the NIHL Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for news about upcoming broadcasts of NIHL games. We are live streaming 4 Peewee Silver quarterfinals from Fifth Third Arena. Later this afternoon, we'll also bring you 3 Bantam Silver quarterfinals. Aaron and I will have the call on most of those, and then you'll have Aaron solo for the remaining ones. And if that wasn't enough playoff hockey, on Sunday we'll stream 6 championship games from the United Center, the home of our Chicago Blackhawks. 9 a.m. Squirt Premier Select Championship, 11 a.m. Peewee Premier Select Championship, 1 p.m. Girls 16-19U National Championship, 3 p.m. Bantam Premier Select Championship, 5 p.m. College Junior Prep 16U Championship, and the 7 p.m. College Junior Prep 18U Championship to round things out. So tune in on the Stream Sports Midwest YouTube channel. We will be with you here all day.
All day today, all day tomorrow. That's the way I figured it. It's about, 17 hours of hockey, 18 hours of hockey over the next 2 days?
I'm ready. I'm locked in.
So am I. A lot of tea, a lot of water. I brought snacks. I'm good to go.
I'm running on adrenaline.
Yeah, I don't have as much of that in my older years as I did when I was your age, but
shot from the Falcons is sticked away from Lamish. keeping his team as close as he can in this one. The Falcons pull this puck out of the corner, and another shot goes backdoor, and they whack at it, a wide open net, but it doesn't go.
You saw that rolling towards the red line and just falling on his belly. Gavin Lamish able to keep that puck out of the net. Nicely done by Lamish. Bit of pressure here from Highland Park in the early going.
Garrett Dombrowski kind of shaking his head and holding his hands to his face as he goes to the bench, knowing he had that backdoor opportunity on his backhand, but just couldn't find the right angle to put it past the pads there.
And Mike, we talked in the second period, shots on goal about midway through the second period were 9-9, currently 18-10 in favor of the Falcons. So the longer this game has gone on, the more the Falcons have sort of asserted, not necessarily their dominance, but showing why they're the top seed in this bracket.
Yeah, and I think we saw that from the initial puck drop and that first couple of plays of the game when they had the puck in the offensive zone, is how active their defense is. I think that's really been their jump starter for their offense, is the defense being able to keep pucks in at the point.
And I don't want to belabor the point, but also their patience offensively.
Yes. A shot from the slot,
and you
after
saw
a nice slot pass.
And you saw it right there. That could very easily have just been a tuck attempt, but made the right decision, the right pass for a much better look offensively for one of their line mates. So they're doing a nice job out there with the puck, both offensively and defensively.
Puck goes to the slot, and a rising shot after it hits a stick, but still stays wide. A couple of players go down in the corner. We will get a call from this one. A little bit too physical.
It's checking, yeah. It's a checking penalty.
We will have a checking penalty on, I believe this is the Falcons.
Yep. We got it right this time.
Yeah.
Falcons going to the box for checking. Get the number here as soon as he turns around. Maybe we won't.
I believe that was Capel. I didn't see a number. I just saw a couple letters on the back of the shirt.
Hopefully it shows up on the board and we get a number to go with the name.
As you mentioned, Aaron, 18-10 in shots on goal. Not too far out of reach, but definitely not that even 9-9 as we saw before. That is number 6. That is Marlo Capel in the box for the Falcons. So the Sabres will get another power play opportunity, and we'll see if they can generate something here. A shot goes high and wide over the net. Bain pinching, but not able to keep that puck as it goes all the way back down. Goalie has his hand in the air, and we will get an icing.
Imagine if the goalie got to make that call. The goalie always puts his arm in the air. It doesn't matter what he thinks, but
you're going to try to milk that call as best you can.
That's right. So if the Falcons win today, they play tomorrow 11 a.m. on the rink behind us, right?
Yes. Sabres on this power play. A shot from the point hits a couple of shin pads, and a shot from the slot doesn't go as it's tied up from a couple of sticks, and the Falcons are able to get this puck back. Yeah, a couple of nice stick handles coming out of the zone.
Chardulo just, again, not able to pull the trigger. He made the moves to get himself into a scoring position, but by the time he was there, just too many white sweaters around him.
Bullock just getting the puck deep. He doesn't realize that his team actually has a chance to go to work here, and a stop from the goaltender and a whistle will give the Falcons a shorthanded face-off in the offensive zone.
Yeah, nice job by Major Mandarich. She had the puck at that near point and saw that she had 3 offensive attackers in the zone with her. So just put it towards the net, get a draw, get an offensive zone whistle while you're shorthanded.
Dombrowski wins this draw. Hansen tried to shoot that back to him up the boards, but the Sabres regroup, but they throw this all the way down for an icing, so we'll get another offensive draw on this penalty kill for the Falcons.
Yeah, the puck just underneath the stick of Anna Kane, number 63. If she had that, I don't know if she would have had a clean break-in, but she was out there one-on-one on the right side of the ice for the Sabres, but just not able to connect.
Fallout Boy is cut off as the puck is dropped, and the Sabres come back out of the zone, and a partial breakaway for Keene on the forehand, just shoots it wide. But the Sabres will look to set up. And we are back in the zone for the Sabres. Thrown, and it has to be patted away from the goaltender. Sticked away now as this puck comes into the crease.
That was pad, stick. Oh, dangerous pass.
Tried to go D to D, but here comes a breakaway for the Falcons. Dombrowski, a shot and a goal. And this Falcons team is starting to run away with this one.
Yeah, that's a dangerous, dangerous pass. If you're going D to D like that, you got to make sure that you're able to complete that pass. Otherwise, you see exactly what you see there. And that was a heady play by Garrett Dombrowski, jumping that passing lane. That's like that cornerback that jumps the out route, right?
Yep.
And, if you jump it at the right time, you take it the distance. And Dombrowski took it the distance right there. The shorty gives his team a 5-goal lead.
You're still in Super Bowl mode, huh?
I am a little bit, yeah. Yeah.
That's fine. That's all good. Oh, and another pass. Oh, it hits the shin pads of a Falcons player.
I don't know if that hit the shin pads, but I think he'll be all right.
I've got holding a knee, so just above.
Yeah, may have got him in the thigh, like right in that spot, right above the knee pad, where there's between your shorts and your knee pad.
Yeah, it was once again another play where it looked like they were trying to jump the quarterback there. And
that's all beef. That's all beef.
Yeah.
That's gonna sting. That's he's gonna have a nice little bruise there in the morning. But Declan Egan bounces up, and it's Charlie Horse, right? It's Charlie Horse.
Yeah. We got ice.
We got plenty of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. We got 200 feet of it here, and we got 200 feet of it over behind us.
Let that cool off on the bench a little bit there, and he'll be ready to go. He's tough.
He's a hockey player, I like to say.
Exactly.
Just a different breed.
Thrown back into the Sabres' end. They shoot this puck back up. The Falcons regroup with it now. Bullock has it at center. Thrown all the way down behind the Sabres' net. They'll get down there to regroup and just throw it up the boards. Luckily, there is a player there. That's Logan Norton. Could have been an odd man rush for the Sabres. They go wide and crashing into the net.
It's R.J. Swanson, and that is why these nets are not pegged in.
Right.
The nets at this level are literally just frozen to the ice, and it's for that reason right there. R.J. went hard and awkward into that near post, but because it's not pegged in, he is fine.
Tried to do that power move towards the net, but when he realized, I think, that he didn't have anything there, was going to also think about going around the net. The puck did, but there was a big red post in the way that he couldn't move around. There wasn't any room. But like you said, luckily he is okay. This faceoff will come back out of the zone. Iskra now lining up for the Sabres. Referee gets everybody on side, and the Falcons win the draw. Moving into the zone, into the corner, and the Falcons win this puck. Tried to throw it to the center, but too many black and yellow skates. And oh, look out, that puck is thrown into their own bench.
Arms up. Sorry, coach. Good to see Declan Egan back out there for the Falcons. So no worse for wear. Just took that puck, like we said, off that. I think it was the right thigh, the upper thigh, but he seems to be doing okay.
6:15 to go here in this one, as the Falcons have a 5-0 lead. Shots on goal 19-11 in favor of them as well. Highland Park just putting on the pressure today. Sabres not able to find anything in the offensive zone yet.
Yeah, I've been impressed by the Falcons. They play a clean game, offensively, especially for a 12U level. It's the silver division. They play a really, really clean game offensively. And you see they're a very disciplined team offensively, very skilled, very patient. It's no surprise that they're 15-2-1.
Dombrowski now wide. A little bit of a takedown from the stick, but he may have leaned into that one a little bit. They both go down, but the Falcons keep this in the zone. Into the corner. Good positioning by the Sabres to try to keep the Falcons off that puck, but they're the next ones in to pull that out of the corner. From the far corner, that came up and hit the mask of Lamish. Puck is still loose behind the net there, but finally we get a whistle as it is covered, and we will get a face-off in the Sabres' end.
Yeah, Lamish did a nice job fighting off that shot. He had blocker, glove, stick, mask all in the way, and not only that, he was then able to push himself from the far post to the near post to stop the secondary attempt after the puck had made its way behind the net.
We talked about how impressed we were with the goaltenders earlier, and you just talked about the Falcons. A shot from them, and that's another save from Lamish. I've been impressed with the Falcons' skating ability, which has in turn been able to give them a lot of puck protection.
Yep.
And that is what has ultimately created chances as that one goes
Capel.
on net. But another save from Lamish as he shuts the door with the pads on that one, and we will get another faceoff.
And Capel has had 4 or 5 of those opportunities from bad angles. He was able to beat Lamish early in the first, but so far since then, Gavin Lamish has kind of held strong against Capel. We're going to have a running clock here as well in the third period, Mike, with this 5-goal lead.
A barrage of shots from the Falcons, and that one goes in, and it's another Highland Park goal to make that a 6-0 game.
Yeah, that was Capel again. He got the scoring started. He'll finish it. That was a good feed out between the dots, and he was uncovered and just shoved that into the near side.
3:37 to go with this running clock, as you mentioned, Aaron, as they line up after the goal at center once more.
Yep, 5-goal lead in the third period. We'll go to a running clock, so that's why we are where we are.
Kane works that puck low, but the Falcons are there to throw this back around and out. Sabres regroup with it at center, looking to make a pass into the open area to try to get something going down low. And the Falcons now go D to D up the corner boards. They have it in their own zone, but in the slot, not necessarily where you want to be with that puck, but a 6-goal lead. They're a little bit comfortable. A shot goes high and wide over goaltender Feeney.
That was Kane. It was a quick little backhand to forehand move, and she just put the puck over the top of the net.
Capel now tried to cut towards the middle, ran out of there by just good body positioning from the Sabres as they go the other way. It's Iskra. Capel now, and a little bit of a clothesline there. Fans wanted a call, but that was just positioning of the stick there.
Yeah, and size. I mean, Pimentel's just bigger than Capel, and
thrown out in front, and we get another Falcons goal.
Justin
a little bit
Wright.
of a celebration there, too.
Justin Wright with a little bazooka there. Is that what that was?
I think so.
And again, just all alone out in front, out in between the dots, and Wright didn't miss that one. He had an opportunity in the second period on a 2-on-1 where he had an empty net and wasn't able to pull the trigger there, but pulled the trigger here and found the back of the net, gets the goal, and Falcons add on the extra point to keep with the football analogy.
Yeah, and if you're in your football mindset, we just got past the 2-minute warning, 1:40 to go on the clock. This puck is sent back out to center by the Falcons. They still have it. Capel going to work there. A little bit of shoving from Martin. Sticks and hands come up high, but no call. They'll regroup. Hansen, a nice pass across ice, and the Falcons are back across the attacking blue line. Centered a little bit, but a good stick and a nice back check from the Sabres, and they're coming the other way. Could be a 3-on-2 with a late man.
Yeah, that's Martin again. I've been impressed with Martin. He's been another Sabre player who's played pretty well today.
Unintentional drop pass finds that late man, and they get set up in the zone now. A shot from the point, and a nice glove save low from Feeney.
Yeah, it was Chardulo from the point. The hard, low slap shot, and Feeney this time did the little glove flip after he made the catch.
Yes. 55 seconds to go here in this third period with the running clock. The referee will try to get this puck dropped quickly as we run out of time on this first game, but stick around. Aaron and I have a lot more hockey for you today. We have the 12-10 Rockford versus Cyclones
That's
game.
a 12-13 matchup. I love it. It's a 12 versus 13 matchup. The lower seeds both won in each in their first round games. So you and I were talking before the game in the NCAA tournament as we're getting ready to approach that. A 12 seed always beats a 5 seed. Well, apparently it happens in NIHL too.
Yeah, and that game, even if you don't have a player that you know in that game, you may want to watch, just because if you have somebody in this game, especially for the Falcons, they'll be moving on to play the winner of that game. As the clock winds down, 7-0 your final score. The Falcons take this one over the Sabres, and they will move on to that game we just mentioned tomorrow.
I've been impressed. I was impressed by this Highland Park Falcons team. 8-0 in their first round tournament game, 7-0 here in this one. They await the winner of the Cyclones in Rockford, which start in, about 15 minutes.
This is definitely a team to watch. This Falcons team could probably go pretty far here in this tournament. They already kind of have, so we'll be excited to cover them as the season rolls along here with the NIHL tournament and the quarterfinals. Stick around. Aaron and I will be back for that 12:15 start that you mentioned. Thank you again for tuning in on the NIHL TV network and the Stream Sports Midwest YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast and also the outcome, regardless of which side you were on. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll catch you on the next game.